welcome back to the garage. I thought it was finally time to do something about the dust problem I've got out here. As you can see on this grinding mask, I get quite a bit of dust throughout the week in the shop. And I believe most of my dust problem is actually coming from the dogs running in and out of the garage, because our back door is actually in the garage to go into the backyard. And it's been really wet and muddy. And I think they've been tracking in a lot of mud, and then in turn that dries up and the dust ends up all over the shop. So I went ahead and I bought this one air filter, and I'm going to do a little bit of an unboxing and then I'm going to install this thing. While we're going through the unboxing, I just wanted to go over some specs on this unit. This is the WEN 3410 Air Filtration System. It features a wireless remote, 3 speed settings, 300, 350, and 400 cubic feet per minute, and it's rated at a 400 square foot room. It also features a timer with 1, 2, and 4 hour settings, as well as just on and off. It has a 5 micron outer filter with a 1 micron inner filter. This air filter comes with all the hardware necessary to ceiling mount it in the box, but it also has rubber feet on the bottom that enables you to set it on top of something. This unit's available for around $130 to $140 US at several retailers, and I will put some links in the description below if you wanted to check it out for yourself. Alright, so my first impressions are that it looks pretty good. It has a pretty decent build quality. And this one does have the cordless remote, so that's going to be nice because I am ceiling mounting this. It also has timer settings on it, so you can let it run for 1, 2, 4 hours, or just turn it on and off. And it also is fused here, which is nice to see. So in the box it came with the lag eyes and short pieces of chain, it looks like, for ceiling mounting it. And then it also came with the remote control, which is pretty simple. And then it also came with just batteries for the remote. And then there is an instruction manual. So now I'm going to plug it in, make sure it turns on and works before I get it up on the ceiling. Alright, so it worked. Air comes out of this grate and goes in the other side. So I need to make sure that this remote is going to work if it can't see this panel, because I need to mount it so that this is actually facing my garage door. I work in the back of the garage at the back of the house, and I want to pull air from there over my welding table and blow the clean air towards the front of the garage. But I would need to make sure that this remote will function without a direct line of sight to this panel. So that's what I'm going to do next. All right, so I just got batteries in the remote, and it is in fact a radio frequency remote. I didn't notice that here and here earlier. So it does work on this side, and then I don't have to point it. It'll start over here as well. So I will be able to mount it the way I need to. The only bummer is I won't be able to see any of the indicator lights on the timer, but I can live with that. So as you can see from my garage layout, I'm going to end up trying to mount it right in here. I have an extra outlet up here where the garage door opener is. The rest of the outlets I've got on the ceiling are all for the lights, so they're all switched, and I want to be able to run the air filter while I'm not out here. And then this is kind of my work area here. That's my welding table. That's a table saw that's soon gonna get turned into a plasma cutting table. So I wanna be able to draw air back towards where I'm standing and blow the fresh air out the back, because that's going to be the most effective at getting any dust and fumes from these two work spots. All right, so mounting this is going to be pretty simple. These orange coated hooks go into the top of the machine where these bolts are currently. And then you use these as a jam nut to keep those hooks from backing out. These hooks go into your rafters or however you're going to hang it. And there's just these chains that go from these hooks to these hooks and hang it up off the ceiling. It's important to note, if you're interested in an air filter system like this, this is not a substitute for a dust collection system, especially if you're really into woodworking. I got this to handle welding fumes, dust from grinding, and then like I said, my dogs run in and out of here with muddy feet. The dirt dries on the concrete and then it gets kicked up into the air. And I use this space out here as both my workshop and kind of my office. I use my laptop on my workbench quite a bit. So I'm tired of coming out here and having a fresh layer of dust, even though I haven't cut anything or ground on anything out here in quite some time. All right, so as you can see, I did get it installed up here, pretty straightforward, just the lag hooks and then the chains. I did shorten it up a bit compared to what it was. It was hanging down about 7 more links and it was just a little bit too low. It's not that loud. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film video. I have no idea how this is going to sound on camera. On low, it's pretty quiet. When you get it on high, it is a little bit louder, but it's nothing that would be distracting in the shop while you're working or anything like that. And I can't hear it in the house with the door closed or anything. So I think overall it's going to be a great addition to the garage to keep some of this dust down. We'll have to check back in a few weeks or a couple months and see how good of a job it's doing. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below and like and subscribe.